Today, people talk about breakups like they're a modern tragedy. Ghosting, blocked messages, awkward Instagram stories. Yeah, it feels dramatic. But ancient humans? Oh, they dealt with heartbreak in ways that would make modern dating look like a Disney movie from the Walt Disney Company. Imagine losing your partner and also risking your survival, your social status, or even your life. In ancient societies, love wasn't just emotional. It was deeply tied to survival, tribe loyalty, reproduction, and power. And once you see how our ancestors handled breakups, modern heartbreak suddenly looks very different. Here's where things get surprising. Not every ancient relationship was built on lifelong commitment. In several early societies, marriage looked far more flexible than people assume. Among some indigenous groups in North America, couples could separate without massive legal battles or public humiliation. If things didn't work out, they simply divided responsibilities and moved on. No courtroom. No dramatic, take everything I own speech. Just done. Anthropologists studying the Smithsonian Institution archives found records of Inuit communities where relationships could be temporary and practical, often based on seasonal survival needs. In parts of ancient Mesopotamia, women could maintain property rights after separation depending on social rank. That's shocking when you realize many modern societies only recently normalized financial independence after divorce. Picture a hunter who realizes his partner constantly clashes with his family group. Instead of years of resentment, both people separate before deeper damage happens. Sounds mature, right? But not every breakup ended peacefully. And that's where things got terrifying. And this is where ancient heartbreak takes a dark turn. Fast. In many civilizations, ending a relationship wasn't always a personal choice. Sometimes families, rulers, or entire communities controlled romantic decisions. In ancient Rome, powerful men could abandon wives for political alliances like changing clothes. Cold, strategic, brutal. Meanwhile, women often faced devastating consequences if accused of infidelity or disobedience. In ancient Sparta and parts of ancient Greece, reputation was everything. A breakup tied to dishonor could destroy not only two people, but entire family bloodlines. According to historians from University of Cambridge, marriage was often treated as an economic and political contract rather than a romantic bond. And then there were societies where rejection triggered violence. Jealous former partners, family revenge, forced remarriages. Sometimes heartbreak ended in exile or death. Think modern breakup arguments are messy? Ancient people sometimes turned heartbreak into warfare. And believe it or not, some preferred supernatural revenge instead. Now things get even stranger. And honestly, a little creepy. When ancient people couldn't win back a lover through conversation, many turned to something far darker: magic. In ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome, archaeologists discovered curse tablets, called depictions, thin sheets of lead where heartbroken people carved names of former lovers alongside requests for divine punishment. And these weren't gentle prayers like, "Please bring them back." Nope. More like, "Make them suffer, ruin their future relationships, make them restless until they return." Yikes. Researchers from the British Museum documented spells designed to create obsession, infertility, jealousy, and emotional torment. Imagine being dumped and immediately worrying someone buried a cursed object near your house. Sounds ridiculous today. Until you remember modern people still stalk exes online, send fake accounts, or obsess for years. Different tools. Same wounded ego. But ancient societies had an even crueler punishment than magic: social erasure. Here's the part most people never think about. In ancient history, a breakup could mean social death. In small tribal groups, villages, and early agricultural societies, survival depended on cooperation. Food sharing, protection, childcare, hunting, everything required trust. If a breakup created division, the consequences could be catastrophic. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar has long discussed how early human communities survived through tightly bonded social networks. If someone betrayed a partner, abandoned children, or created conflict between families, they could be excluded from communal resources. And being excluded back then? That wasn't, "I'm unfollowing you." That was, no food, no shelter, no protection from predators or rival groups. Imagine ending a relationship and suddenly nobody helps you during winter. That pressure forced many people to regulate emotions in ways modern society rarely demands. They had to think beyond personal feelings. Because heartbreak wasn't just about me. It was about whether the entire clan would survive. And somehow, that emotional survival instinct still lives inside modern humans. Here's the fascinating twist. Modern humans believe we've evolved beyond ancient heartbreak, but emotionally? Not really. The technology changed. The emotional software didn't. Today people delete photos, block phone numbers, write emotional tweets, and binge sad songs from Spotify. Technology say like it's therapy. Ancient people performed rituals, consulted shamans, moved villages, or negotiated between families. Different century. Same pain. A 2010 study from Rutgers University found that romantic rejection activates the same brain regions associated with physical pain and addiction withdrawal. That means heartbreak today literally hurts your brain in ways similar to ancient humans thousands of years ago. Crazy, right? Humans built empires, crossed oceans, invented medicine, and created the internet. Yet rejection can still make someone stare at their ceiling at 2 a.m. wondering what went wrong. The heart remembers ancient survival fears. And that realization changes everything.